the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And tonight on DC News Now at 5, youth gun violence, what the community is saying after another shooting involving a 13-year-old.
And Saturday's championship was an historic win for our university. It was a historic win for this team. We're heading off to Des Moines, Iowa to continue doing the impossible.
And good luck. The Howard men's basketball team punches its ticket to the first round of the NCAA basketball tournament. We have coverage of their send-off from fans to players. We're following all the excitement on campus. Also, stretching your dollar, even though reports are showing inflation continues to slow, many are still feeling the pain in their wallet. We'll have how you can save on the essential items. And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 5. I'm Mark Hall. More than 20 victims of gun violence in DC this year are under the age of 18. The latest, a 13-year-old recovering tonight after being shot on the way home from school. DC News Now's Katie Ree was out in Anacostia neighborhood where it happened earlier. And Katie, neighbors say that they heard several gunshots.
Yeah, good evening, Mark. So neighbors that I talked to, they told me they heard as many as 10 gunshots ringing out across their neighborhood. And this is all as a young boy is recovering after being shot in the leg. Now, some of them even were ducking for cover inside of their homes now in less than 100 days into 2023 in the District of Columbia. At least 22 kids and teens have been victims of gun violence. Now, the data from DCPD, the latest victim, a 13-year-old boy shot in the leg while walking home from school. And according to a police report, he doesn't know the person who shot him. One neighbor telling me he saw at least 3 people with guns drawn firing at the boy, and police found multiple shell casings in the area. Another neighbor says they saw the boy run away from the shooters before getting into a car. Police later found him at an area hospital. Now, one neighbor turned over their doorbell footage to police, who are now looking for the vehicle that you see on your screen right there. It's a silver light-colored Hyundai, again, with those tags that you see there on your screen. Now, another neighbor, they didn't want to appear on camera. They're worried about their safety, and they told me they heard everything unfold.
I heard a number of gunshots, somewhere between 10 to 15 maybe gunshots. So, of course, took cover. The situation with crime in the city is out of control. This is not something that's sustainable. This is not a way that people can live.
Now, as of right now, police are looking for that vehicle. It's a light-colored Hyundai, again, with those tags, 9DJ0820. Now, they're trying to determine the circumstance of this shooting. So if you know anything, police want you to call them. So reporting in the newsroom, Katie Ree, DC News Now.
Katie, thank you. New tonight, a Russian fighter jet collided with a U.S. surveillance drone today over the Black Sea. And Pentagon officials are saying that it could lead to unintended escalation. U.S. European Command said that 2 Russian fighter jets conducted an unsafe intercept of the drone. U.S. officials say the drone was conducting routine operations in international airspace when it was hit. Moscow said the drone dropped and maneuvered sharply and crashed into water. The president was briefed on the incident earlier today.
I think the key point here is that while intercepts in and of themselves are not that uncommon, the fact that this type of behavior from these Russian pilots, that is uncommon and unfortunate and unsafe.
And Pentagon officials say that this is the first time since the Cold War that a U.S. aircraft was taken down after being hit by a Russian warplane. New video from Hagerstown, Maryland tonight showing crazy winds as they swept through our region, and taking a live look outside where earlier today we even had some snow in certain areas of the DMV, and tonight we're definitely feeling the cold temperatures and strong winds. Heading over now to meteorologist Damon Matson with a check on the forecast. And Damon, obviously these breezy conditions are going to be sticking around for a while. Or will they is the question.
Well, it looks like it, Mark. I think you right there answered the question, because these winds, they have been relentless throughout much of the day today, really blowing around all those unsecured objects, even secured objects wobbling around like you saw with the light poles and the street lights there as well. Here are some of the official wind reports that have come in so far today through the National Weather Service. Down near Woodbridge, a gust of 55 miles an hour. Frederick, Maryland earlier today, 54, and Dulles also recorded a gust over 50 miles an hour. We haven't seen anything beyond that, but again, into that 45 to 55 mile per hour range is when you really can feel that wind, and sometimes you can even hear those very strong gusts coming through. Currently, we still have wind gusts right now in the 35 to 45 mile per hour range. DC sitting there with a gust recently at 46 miles per hour. So we are still going to be dealing with those strongest wind gusts. And then, of course, it's steadily windy out there with steady wind speeds 20 to 30 miles an hour. Right now, Hagerstown with the highest steady wind speed at 30 miles an hour. And so all of this wind, it is still set to continue through the evening into the overnight hours. A wind advisory remains in effect until tomorrow morning across the entire DMV, minus the Virginia Piedmont down toward Culpeper and Fredericksburg. So if you are going to be out and about at all this evening, folks, be ready for the wind and bundle up. Be ready for some very chilly temperatures as we fall back toward the 30s by 8 o'clock. And with the wind sticking around, the wind chills are going to be bitter cold tonight. Just how cold are we talking, and when do these winds finally calm down? We'll have a full check of the forecast here in just a bit.
Damon, thank you. We're following breaking news in Prince George's County, Maryland. Police are investigating a double shooting near Suitland High School. They responded to the 2300 block of Brooks Drive just before 4 p.m. What we know so far, 2 people have been shot. The woman has life-threatening injuries, we're told. A man who was also shot, and we went to the Suitland High School for help. He has non-life-threatening injuries. We were told that no students and faculty were involved. We have a crew headed there, and we will bring you more information when it comes into the newsroom. Well, developing now, investigators are still trying to find a top aide who worked for former Maryland Governor Larry Hogan after he didn't show up in court yesterday. Our Joseph Olmo has the latest.
Hey there, you can call it a federal court no-show, if you will. You know, Roy McGrath, he had one of Maryland's top jobs. He went from having that to being charged federally for fraud. And now, after he was nowhere to be found yesterday, he is facing an arrest warrant. This is a photo of McGrath from his short stint as former Maryland Governor Larry Hogan's chief of staff. Now, before that, he was the head of the Maryland Environmental Service. He is charged with getting an over $200,000 severance payment from that agency as he made the move up into the governor's office. Now, at the time, he said Governor Hogan approved of this paycheck, something Hogan quickly said was not the case. Now, once all this went public, the news got out. McGrath resigned as chief of staff in August of 2020 after only 2 months on the job. He is also accused of embezzling another $170,000. Now, McGrath's attorney told reporters outside of court that he did talk to his client the day before he was supposed to be in court. This was on Sunday. He characterized that conversation as, quote, substantively productive, but then he was very shocked to see that his client did not show up about 15 minutes before he had to face a judge. Now, as for his client, Roy McGrath, once he was done with his job in Maryland, once he resigned from his position, he moved down to Naples, Florida. If convicted just on these fraud charges alone, he faces up to 3 decades in prison. Reporting in Greenbelt, Maryland, I'm Joseph Olmo, DC News Now. Back to you.
Joseph, thank you. And DC News Now has confirmed that the Collier County Sheriff's Office in Florida conducted a welfare check yesterday at McGrath's home. We're told that he was not there. And new tonight, the U.S. Marshal's Office has released this wanted poster of McGrath as they continue to search for him. Well, happening now, a historic moment for Howard University's men's basketball team. For the first time in 31 years, Howard University is headed off to the big dance. Now, we have team coverage tonight. Dave LaValle has been talking with fans all day long, and we also have sports anchor Brandy Flores here to see where the players' heads are before this very exciting time. And Brandy, this has to be exciting. I'm excited, and I don't even play.
I'm extremely excited. So let the madness begin, Mark, as Howard men's basketball team are on their way to Des Moines, Iowa, where they will take on the #1 seed Kansas in the first round of the NCAA tournament. A long road to get them to this point under head coach Kenny Blackney. The Bison finished with a 22-12 overall record, and now they get ready to take on the Jayhawks, the 2022 NCAA tournament champions. However, it has been 5 years in a row that the NCAA reigning champs have been knocked out during the first weekend of the tournament. So if history repeats itself, the Bison might have a shot at an upset. They definitely have the confidence.
We just keep following the work we put in. We work as hard as anyone in the country.
We all believe 100% that we can do this. We feel like we're one of the top schools in the country, so we plan on going out there and putting our best foot forward.
It's a great opportunity for our brand, but we're excited to play and just humbled to be on the court with those guys.
Head coach Kenny Blakeney and the Bison will head out right now on Wednesday. They'll participate in shoot-arounds and then go through the traditional media circuit before their game against Kansas in the first round of the NCAA tournament. That is this Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern, so mark your calendars.
All right, Brittany, thank you. And Dave Laval continues our team coverage of this historic event for the school. He joins us from Burr Gymnasium, the home of the Bison. And Dave, I can imagine it's certainly been an exciting day on campus.
Oh, has it ever, Mark? And I can't even tell you how many fans have walked up and thanked us for being out here to cover the Bison send-off to Iowa. Right now, the team is in the air as it makes its way to Des Moines and that first-round date with Kansas, but not before they got the hero send-off earlier today. Howard University basketball players get ready for another road game, but this is unlike one the school has seen in decades. The men's team is heading to Iowa and the first round of the NCAA tournament.
It's crazy.
Go Bison.
The Bison earned the trip as they captured the conference title last weekend. Students and fans gather in front of Crampton Auditorium as Howard will compete in the tournament for the first time since 1992.
It's just a big event, you know, this is something that the school has been waiting for so long, and it's just so fun. We've been watching them work hard all season.
On this event ever since I was like 12 years old, and I always had to root for another team, you know, university, but finally I can say that my team got in.
Well, this is great. Athletic Director Kerry Davis is excited about the tournament appearance, and not just for his university. We knew that this kind of win in this city would be an energizing moment for the entire city, right? Not just our campus, not just our alum, but for the entire DMV area. Williams are glad for the support.
It means everything to have, you know, the students out here, the community. It's been a long time coming for the university, so glad we were able to get it done, and even more grateful to see all these people out here. It means everything.
Thank you all. Thank you. Coaches and players board their buses and their date with history. And again, Howard and Kansas, Thursday afternoon, 2 o'clock DC time. The last time the two teams, or I should say the two programs, faced each other, the first round of the 1992 tournament, Kansas won that one in a rout. Here's hoping history does not repeat itself. We're live at Howard University. Dave Laval, DC News Now.